Okay, Beth, I'm feeling really bad about how we fought in that last video.
It's okay, I forgive you. That's all. We're done.
I'm Deb.
And I'm Beth. And this is the Beth and Deb Show. And today we're talking about forgiveness, right? What
That
it
was
is,
easy.
what it isn't. Yeah, that's all it is, right? That's easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, today we're talking about 3 myths and truths about forgiveness because there is a lot of misinformation about
It's out there in the media.
it's out there.
Fake news about
Fake news about forgiveness. And truthfully, it's screwed up in relationships.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
You know, I mean, as psychologists, we see this a lot. We talk about forgiveness a lot. There are some really great other resources out there. So we just want to do sort of a quick 3 myths and some truths about forgiveness.
because forgiveness is essential to conflict resolution
Absolutely.
and healthy relationships.
Yeah, and fighting fair requires forgiveness to come to that resolution.
Sure.
So let's talk about the first myth that we sort of came up with today, which is if I forgive them, it means they get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There's no consequence to their action.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Which is just not the truth.
Right.
Right? The truth is forgiveness is about my feelings about that, not anything related to what they did or didn't do. And so I hear a lot of folks who say, well, I have to give them the silent treatment. I can't forgive
to show them.
To show them. And that's just not healthy relationships. You know, to really show them that you're upset, you have to just say, I'm upset. Right? Otherwise, you know, they're not going to pick up on your message. That's just going to piss you off more.
Yeah.
And then you're never going to move toward forgiveness.
Yeah.
So the first myth is if I forgive them, they're going to get away with it.
Right.
That's not truth.
That's not true. You can implement, even if the person has done something that needs to have a consequence, forgiveness can still be present even with our kids, I forgive you for being a total butthead today, child, but you're still going to have a consequence for that. I still love you. I still accept you, but you're going to go in a timeout until you can handle this.
Yeah.
So that works the same way in relationships where you can love someone and accept them, but still expect some sort of consequence for something that they did that hurt you.
Yeah. And sharing that with them, communicating clearly.
Yeah, because if you just start giving the silent treatment, you're just stewing and upset internally. It doesn't help you feel better.
And often they don't even realize it.
Right.
They don't even realize that you're mad.
They don't even know.
So the second myth is if I forgive them, I'm sending them the message that I'm okay with it.
That what you did is no big deal. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was okay.
And I sort of feel like this follows that same line of the first myth, that the truth is the way that you clarify what you're okay with and you're not okay with is just to have a conversation.
Right.
And it's not simple, right? I'm not saying this as if just talk about it. It's no big deal. We realize that is hard, but I think it's just shifting your mindset of forgiveness means I'm okay with it. That's not true. That's not true. You don't have to be okay with it. Forgiveness is I am okay with my feeling about it and how I can communicate that. Right. So it's not that they get away with it. It's not that you're okay with it.
Yeah.
That you're saying, I forgive you. And really, I think the third myth is that forgiveness means I have to say, I forgive you to that person. Right. That it's about the actual statement, I forgive you.
Yeah.
And that's just not truth either.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. There can be some situations because forgiveness is such an internal process to you. How do you define forgiveness, really? I guess if we want to go there.
Yeah. So I think forgiveness is me not harboring resentment, ill feelings, whatever it is. It's not harboring that within myself.
Or not latching onto it. Because those things may pop up if you've been hurt by someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't just say, oh, I'm not going to be hurt anymore.
Yeah.
But you do have a choice to say, yes, but I choose to forgive and realize that they're a human being like anyone else that makes mistakes. They maybe weren't trying to personally hurt me or it's not something about me that caused them to hurt, all of those negative things that go along with someone hurting you or violating your trust, choosing to let go of those and not stew and let it kind of eat you up inside.
Right. And for some instances, actually having a conversation and saying out loud, I forgive you, is an important part, but it doesn't always have to get to that.
Yeah.
Like I can choose to forgive, my spouse for something that he did yesterday without even having to have a conversation. I can just choose to say, you know what, I'm not going to like sit in this place of feeling angry because he did this small thing or he did this thing because he's a human and he's different than me. I can choose to just forgive him and move forward.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. Right?
We're not going to sing the Frozen song, but we want to because we can.
That was a hot minute. Okay. Yeah. So just a very quick 3 myths.
3 things about forgiveness.
About forgiveness.
That will
and
help your relationships.
We will definitely talk more about forgiveness in later videos, but this is just kind of the final part of the series in Fighting Fair and how you can kind of use forgiveness as the resolution part of fighting in your relationships.
Great job.
Way to go.
All right. Bye. Bye.